What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotics, bringing you our Week 3 battle for the IBL. Today we are facing off against Shea in a battle of Shea versus O'Shea and his Dallas Starmies. I'm very excited for this game. Shea is actually in our division. He is currently sitting with a 2-0 record, and because of that, and I'm pretty confident in this, we're both going to make the playoffs. I'm not going all out for this matchup. There's no reason for me to, because I believe if I want to win the championship, I'm going to have to go through Shea eventually. So why would I show off my full hand, right? I definitely want to win this game. Winning would be fantastic. Going to 2-1 would be a lot better than going to 1-2. But I feel like I really want to make sure that I beat the players that I need to beat. And then the players that I'm going to be facing off against in the finals or the semifinals or the quarterfinals, I want to be able to make sure that I'm playing them in a way that I can gain information about their sets, and they can't really gain information too much about what I'm going to be bringing. So this is why we have our team for this week. As always, I want to give a huge thank you to Grant, HIGHVELOCITYBOY, for the graphics. And if you guys want to skip the Teambuilder, there is a timestamp on the screen right now. And I'm also doing the little chapter things at the bottom, so you guys can check that out as well. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Looking at the team, I definitely feel like the matchup is pretty even. He's got some really scary threats. He probably has the best team to handle my GMAX Inteleon out of all the teams in my division. That's because of the GMAX Lapras. Being immune to the water moves while I'm not the Gigantamax is amazing. It also gets access to pretty decent HP, really good HP, and really decent special defense. And if he ends up running an Assault Vest set, that can be very, very scary. His team, I would say the scariest mons, Dragapult, Scizor, Mienshao, Sylveon is kind of scary, but I do have Aegislash and Rotom Heat, so I'm not too worried about that. The Salazzle's a big threat. Thank God for Inteleon. If I did not have that, my team would get destroyed by it. Muzdil is not that great. Lycanroc not coming. Rotom Fan could come. It's okay, not bad. Blossom with a Quiver Dance up could actually be very scary against my team if I'm not running Roserade, so that is a thing. Linoon is not coming, and then the Lapras is a big threat with its coverage options. Max Resonance sets up a Royal Veil, which is very, very scary. But our first mon is going to be our Aegislash here. Aegislash, oh, and sorry, I didn't even mention it, but huge, amazingly huge thank you to Granky. He built this entire team. I made a few tweaks here and there, but I just want to give him a huge thank you. He really is the MVP. Been amazing to help me out. And if you guys remember the fun Vullaby set I had, the weak armor Vullaby set I ran a couple weeks back in the BBR, he is responsible for those. He's a fantastic player, so honestly, just much love to Granky. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Aegislash is our first mon. Iron Head, Shadow Sneak, King's Shield, and Autotomize. With the Adamant Nature, we will be able to really destroy a lot of his team. I'm not going to lie, this set just runs through him. Our speed is there so that we can, when we get our Autotomize off, we actually will outspeed a Mienshao no matter what, unless it's Scarf, of course. We also have speed for 12 speed. Scizor just in case. And we, when we're in our shield mode, we take a Timid Specs or Modest Life Orb Shadow Ball from the Dragapult. If, for some instance, he's running Timid with a Life Orb, or he's not running a boosted move, we actually take a Shadow Ball into a Bullet Punch from an Adamant Scizor. That's important to note because we want to make sure that we don't, I don't know, I guess lose our only option to really handle the Scizor, really sweep the game, and we can really do that with this set effectively. The good news is, we are running King's Shield, so we can lower the Scizor's attack by one stage when it hits us with an attacking move, which is very, very useful. We are susceptible to Will-O-Wisps or Thunder Waves from the Dragapult when we do go for King's Shield, so we have to be aware of that. But with our weakness policy, we take many hits, get to +2, and we can just sweep my opponent's team from there. I would go a little bit faster. Again, look at my opponent's team. He does have a Salazzle and Dragapult that are both faster than Mienshao, and I could outspeed them both. But there's really no reason for me to do that because for the Mienshao, we would hit that thing with Iron Head and be doing the most amount of damage. Just a little bit more than the Shadow Sneak would be. Actually, no, a good chunk more. As for the Salazzle, they do about the same Iron Head and Shadow Sneak, so why just waste all those EVs in my speed and just put them towards my attack so I can be much harder hitting? Dragapult as well. I'm going to be hitting that with Shadow Sneak because it has priority, it's going to be super effective, it does a lot more damage, so why not? We're going to go with that. This is our set. Honestly, this set really keeps Sylveon away, and if Sylveon does come, even if it does, if he goes for Mystical Fire, it's going to pop our weakness policy. We are not running a special set, so we get our attack boost. We don't care about our special attack, and then we can just fire off attacks and just be good to go. Our next mon is going to be our, wait for it, our GMAX Inteleon here. GMAX Inteleon is phenomenal in this matchup, as it will be in every single matchup. Really, I only need 3 attacking moves and Focus Energy, or I need U-Turn. That's really it. With the Scope Lens for the 3rd week in a row, we are running Snipe Shot, Dark Pulse, Air Slash, and Focus Energy. This set really goes in if I get up 1 max Air Slash on something, and if the Lapras is weakened or the Sylveon is weakened, then I can really just win the game outright with this set. Snipe Shot without a Focus Energy will always crit my opponent's team, which is amazing. Again, it's free against absolutely everything except for the Lapras unless I am boosted, because the GMAX Hydro Snipe actually goes through immunities. It's like Mold Breaker in a move, which is amazing. Focus Energy will let me crit everything, and with Sniper we just obliterate everything as well. The speed on the set is there for Salazzle just in case, and we really just need to make sure we have a way to destroy the Lapras pretty consistently, and that's why we're running the Max Dark move, because if I manage to get off one Max Dark move against it, it's at -1 special defense. Even if it's Gigantamaxing, it's not going to do as much damage to me, and I can really handle it other ways. At the end of the day, my goal with Intelligent isn't to break the Lapras. I have a lot of other things in my roster that can break the Lapras effectively, so I'm not really worried about that. It's mostly just to pick things off, win the game by cleaning. I learned my lesson week 1, don't set up too early, just bring it in when you can and just win the game outright from there. That's it. So that's why we have our GMAX Inteleon. Our next mon is going to be our Machamp here, making its 2nd appearance consecutively, which I was not expecting. And this set, you can tell it's a Granky build because he brought physically defensive Rocky Helmet Machamp. What the hell? What? I don't understand, but hey, looking into it, it works. This is, I think, the only set I actually did not touch a single thing on at all. This and one more on the Rose Raid, but everything I made small changes to, this thing was perfect. It was beautiful. This set, with our HP and defense investments, we are not too KO'd by Bandit Scizor after rocks. It also is going to be taking 2 rounds of Rocky Helmet damage, and we fire off a Dynamic Punch and do a huge amount of damage to it, confusing it, and then we can rest talk on it as much as we need to. If he is not running Swords Dance and he's not a boosting set like a Life Orb or a Choice Band, we actually 1v1 it all the time, which is amazing. I will definitely take that. With our knockoff, we hit the Dragapult for super effective damage, doing huge amounts to it. We are running No Guard because of Dynamic Punch. Running Guts would have been cool, but I mean, he could still definitely run a Hex set even if I'm running Guts. Guts doesn't remove the burn or the damage that I would be taking from burn and the boosted damage that Hex would be providing to us. But at the end of the day, I'm not too worried about it. With our special defensive investments, we actually will take a modest Specs Draco from the Dragapult. So even if I was burnt and he's running modest Specs Hex, we will take that hit no matter what, because Draco caps out at 130 or 120, I believe, and Specs Hex caps out at 110, which is not bad at all. And this thing is walled completely by the Sylveon, but we have our Aegislash, which just says fuck you to Sylveon, so I'm not too worried about that at all. Our next mon is going to be our Rotom Heat with the heavy duty boots. Of course, we have speed on this set for the modest Lapras. We also take a modest Specs Draco Meteor from the Dragapult. That was the benchmark that Granky was trying to hit, and I really like that benchmark. It was really good. We originally had Nasty Plot, Overheat, Volt Switch, and Pink Split. I switched it for Dark Pulse just so I have kind of a way to hit the Dragapult for a little bit better damage. Overheat is there for the Mudsdale, which is a bit more to that thing than Dark Pulse would. Obviously, we do get the special attack drop by 2 stages, but it's not so bad. This is a really good pivot, and I shouldn't be staying in on the Mudsdale anyways unless I'm like really trying to get the KO on it. Mudsdale's just there for like an electric immunity. Not so big of a deal, but it is what it is. With our special attack, we actually did a huge amount of damage to things like the Scizor, to things like the Dragapult, and even an Assault Vest Mienshao. We do a good chunk of damage to the Lapras with Volt Switch. Obviously, we gotta be careful if it has weakness policy, but I think weakness policy is not that great against me, honestly. I feel I have a couple of really good ways to revenge kill it pretty easily, so I'm not too worried about that at all. Our next mon is going to be our Rose Raid here. This is another set I did not touch at all. We have the Poison Barb on the set with Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Shadow Ball, and Sleep Powder. With this, we have speed for the Rotom Fan, no matter what. With our Poison Barb and our investment in special attack, we always 2 KO a max HP Rotom Fan, no matter what. That's very, very important because we want to weaken that thing as well, just in case it could be a bit of a, I don't know, maybe it's a bit of a bulkier spread that wants to take a hit from the Inteleon, maybe because I'm not running a Max Ice move. Who knows? But at the end of the day, with Giga Drain, we hit the Lapras for super effective damage. Obviously, this is completely walled by the Scizor. That's why we have Sleep Powder there, to make sure we can put that thing to sleep. We also take a Banded Bullet Punch from the Scizor after rocks, so it makes so we don't have to really worry about it too much. And again, this is one way that we don't just lose to Quiver Dancing Blossom. Looking at the rest of my team, it'd be nice to run Icicle Spear on Kyurem, but if he starts outspeeding me, firing off Petal Dances and Sludge Bombs and Weather Balls, and I think this thing gets Dazzling Gleam too, it'd be very scary, so we gotta be careful around that. But that is our Rosa Raid, and our next mon, our final mon, is going to be our Clefairy, making another consecutive appearance, another appearance. Isn't it weird that Machamp and Clefairy have more appearances than Kyurem does? They each have 2, and Kyurem, which is one of the best Pokemon in the entire format, our round 2 pick, has 1. Nuts, right? It is what it is, but this thing with the Violet and with a Calm Nature can actually take hits pretty comfortably from the Dragapult and from the Lapras. If it's running a special Dragapult, Shadow Ball is going to be the best thing he can do to hit me, unless I'm burnt and he goes for Hexes, which, if so, it is what it is. But I do have Moonblast, which does a huge chunk of damage to the Dragapult. With Flamethrower and our 60 EVs and special attack, we actually always 2 KO a max HP, max defense Scizor with that Flamethrower, max special defense Scizor, excuse me. Thunder Wave to slow down things like the Dragapult, like the Mienshao, like the Lapras, just to kind of make them a little bit more, I guess, easy to deal with. Soft Bolt for recovery, 16 PP, fantastic, definitely will take it. Magic Guard to stop it so I don't take any damage from burn, or rocks, or hail, or whatever the case may be. And yeah, we also can sponge hits pretty well from the Mienshao outside of Poison Jab, And I do want to make sure that we have a way to do some damage to it. Moonblast does definitely do that for us. Looking at the team, things I'm worried about right now, with a specific build, Lycanroc could be a bit of a problem, but at the end of the day, he shouldn't be bringing Lycanroc against my team. My team really shits on it pretty easily because it doesn't have a Cell Rock. I feel confident in this matchup, even though we are not bringing our A team this week. This is definitely going to be a rematch in the playoffs. I'm so confident about it, and I do want to get the win then. That is the important one, not this one here. But that is it for the team builder. Let me go ahead and get started with the battle. All right, everyone, we are back. Looking at the team that he has brought, he brings the GMAX Lapras, the Salazzle, the Scizor, the Dragapult, the Sylveon, and the Mienshao. Was not expecting the Sylveon, but that's okay. Definitely feel like we have a really good roster for this battle. He also did not bring a single electric immunity. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to be leading with. That's going to be our Rotom. And looking at this, first of all, guys, I have a new name for my Roserade, Stuns and Roses, because Stun Spore, haha. I'm ridiculous, whatever, just leave me alone. Bubble 07 is still our Inteleon, Casserola, play on Casserole, and Casanova, our Rotom. Flex, because I'm a basic guy and I don't know what to name my Machamp. Tiny, the Clefairy, and then Land Mode, Sword and Shield, the Aegislash. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Have fun to Shay in a battle of O'Shea versus Shay. Very, very surprised to not see a Rotom fan, kind of surprised not to see a Mudsdale, but it is what it is. I will definitely take it. The Salazzle is very scary for my team to deal with, but if it gets out of hand, it gets out of hand, so be it. Like, I'm not too concerned about it. We always have Inteleon to kind of just say no. But yeah, let's jump into it. As always, I do want to win. Like I said before, this isn't my A team. This is my B team. I do have a couple sets that I'm keeping in the back. As he leads off with the Mienshao. All right, let's take a look at a Rotom versus a Mienshao and see what kind of damage it is doing to us. So Mienshao, if it is a Choice Scarf Mienshao with Rock Slide, it is doing 50 to 59. If it is Choice Scarf with Close Combat, it does 60 to 70. If he's running a Life Orb and High Jump Kick, he'll actually KO me, right? Yeah, he'll destroy me. If it is not Life Orb, let's say it's Choice Scarf, but it's Reckless. Reckless. We live that. We live Jolly Reckless. I have a free Volt Switch here. Yeah, as he is subbing. Interesting. Do we break this up here? Volt Switch is 53 to 62. I don't get that. It's updates. Nice. Let's just go in Inteleon, right? I mean, I don't see a reason not to. I'm going to fire off an Air Slash here. So let's go ahead and do that. If he goes into Sylveon, so be it. Yeah, I'm not too worried. If he goes into Sylveon, fine. But Inteleon versus Mienshao, Air Slash is going to destroy that thing. 88 to 105. He's got no investment. That's if we don't crit. If we do crit, 201 to 237. Jesus, that's such a huge difference. The crit makes the crit with a Sniper Mon just makes such a huge difference. And yes, shout out to that guy. I can't remember who said it, but saying I'm always like complaining about crits, and I do complain about crits a lot. And I'm running Inteleon, which the whole gimmick is to crit. Yeah, what are you gonna do? But let's see what he goes into here. He switches out. Sylveon's coming out. Lapras. Boats and Hose, that is the Lapras. This should do a good chunk of damage to it. Nice. That was not a crit. I'm switching out here and I'm going hard into Tiny. Why Tiny instead of something like the Roserade? Well, Scizor is a thing, and I can also paralyze this, which is nice. And I can kind of just 1v1 it pretty easily. I'm expecting if it does Gigantamax, it's going to go for a max Thunderbolt, or max Thunder. But yeah, Lapras, we did about 25%, 20-25%. Let's see. It's not max HP. If it's max HP, we do 18.6 to 22. Clefairy comes in. Do you Gigantamax here? He does not, he just surfs. Which I'm fine with, this is going to do very much at all. 177 down to 110. That's actually a good chunk of damage. Oh, he crit me, that's why. God, he crit me. Oh, okay. I have a free Thunder Wave here, so I'm going to do that. I'm expecting the Salazzle to come out. Yeah. with a crit. I think it was at 1/10, if I'm not mistaken. So if I go Surf. Surf with a crit. Salazzle comes out. Fantastic. Air Balloon. Ooh. And we do manage to paralyze it. That's beautiful. Yeah, so we did 67 points. That's a minimum roll for max special attack. I'm going hard into Rotom here. I don't think I have a play other than that. This way, if he does go for a Sludge Bomb, I'm not going to take too much damage for it. A Sludge Wave, excuse me. Yeah, it's not going to be too bad for me. We'll see. We'll see what he wants to do. Roserade was another option, but it resists both my stabs. Shadow Ball is my other option. Don't really want to do that. Let's see. Paralyzed. Okay, I'll take it. What would he go into here? I'm just going to fire off the Dark Pulse here. I don't really see a reason not to. If he goes into something like the Sylveon, fine. I have my Roserade in the back to deal with that. Until I can crit through things with Sniper Scope Lens and with Snipe Shot. And I have Aegislash as well to deal with it too. And Aegislash should eat any hit it wants to go for. So I Dark Pulse here. We have the chance to Power Flinch it now. And we're going to do a solid chunk of damage to it as we pop the Air Balloon. And he goes for a Sludge Wave here. 154. We eat that. We eat that. Let's fire off the Dark Pulse again. He probably knows we're Boots. He didn't bring any hazards this week. Looking at roster, should I have even brought Boots on this set? What did he have? His hazards were Mudsdale and Lycanroc. Yeah, I kind of expected the Mudsdale to come, so I definitely think Boots was the right bring. Just to be safe. At this point, I'm kind of wishing I was like an Iapapa Berry or a Citrus Berry or even Leftovers, but it is what it is. Dark Pulse comes out and is going to do another... Oh, we crit him there. Ooh, we got Vengeance there. That really sucks. That sucks. We like the crit that he got on my Clefairy. It's going to come back and bite me later on, but that crit there was big because it ends up... Yeah, it's big. Unfortunate, very unfortunate for Shea. Yeah, we've been getting lucky the past few weeks. We've been getting really unlucky, but lately it's been a couple games where I've been pretty lucky. Last week for BBR, I got a nice little crit. All right, in comes this thing. Close combat can destroy me, but do I need this thing alive? Helps check Scizor. Let's bring out the heat. Let's bring out the heat. In comes physically defensive Machamp with Rocky Helmet, and it's regenerated. We know that. Okay. Let's go Flex. Knockoff. All right, so take this Rocky Helmet. He'll be like, what the hell? Take that Rocky Helmet. Okay, he's not life leftovers. Okay. I'll just Dynamic Punch here. If he goes into the Sylveon, he goes into Sylveon, so be it. We'll have it confused. We'll see what he wants to do to us. But yeah, because he went for knockoff, I kind of wish I went for a Volt Switch there instead. But it's okay. He probably expected the incoming Clefairy, but the fact that he's running Substitute is good news for me. Close combat. I think we're going to destroy this thing right now. He is -1. Dynamic Punch is really strong. It's only 100 base power, but yikes. Uh-oh, running low on battery. 1 second. I'll definitely take that. I will definitely take that. So we are up 6-4 right now. Just plugging in my laptop. And Mienshao goes down. The good news for him is that my walls are getting kind of weakened. Rotom is at like 40%. Clefairy's at like 60%. And the Machamp is pretty low as well. I'm trying to think if it's worth it to keep it around now. Alright. In comes this boy. Let's fire off the knockoff. We'll see what he wants to do to us. As he U-turns. Okay, so something's catching a knockoff, which I'm cool with. And we'll see. Might be a Scarf Dragapult? Okay, so Sylveon no longer has this item. That did a good chunk of damage. But Berry, okay. Let's Dynamic Punch here. I have no reason to keep this thing around anymore. I don't think it's that useful for me. It's already done a really good job getting rid of the Mienshao, knocking up the Berry on the Sylveon. We'll see what he wants to do. If he Calm Minds, he Calm Minds. So be it. I have my physical Aegislash to deal with it, so I'm not too concerned about that. He also might think I just go hard into the Aegislash here, as he just Hyper Voices, which I am definitely fine with. Oh, crit. Honestly, we're critting each other so much at this point. So down goes Machamp. Okay. Let's see. Should I go and start setting up? What would we go into? Until he's at max HP, can still Dynamax. I'm not too worried about the Dragapult at this point because of that. I think I'm going to go hard into the Roserade here. If he brings in the Scizor, it brings in the Scizor. So be it. And I think I'm going to make the prediction here and go for the Sleep Powder. So let's do it. I think he wants the health on this thing because he still wants to take hits. Switch out into the Scizor. Switch out into Scizor. Come on. Make it happen. I'm like genuinely worried that he's not going to switch out now because he's taking his sweet time. With Poison Barb, we should be doing a ton of damage to this thing. But he does switch out into Scizor. Is it a new name? It is Scizor. Do we connect? Darn. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. We'll see what he wants to do. Maybe he goes for knockoff. Maybe Bullet Punch. We live Banded Bullet Punch after Rocks. And if he doesn't go for Banded Bullet Punch, well, if he goes for anything, well, anything other than that, we'll be able to get an attack off. We'll see if he dual Wing Beats here, because that's definitely a possibility. We connect our Sleep Powder this time, which is nice. I'll definitely take that. All right. I think Shadow Balling here is fine. I don't necessarily need the Roserade around anymore. I want to get damage off on it. That's some solid damage. And we get a special defense drop. I like that. And he's still asleep, so it's 2 turns, so he's going to wake up this next turn here. And he's leftovers. Okay. So let's fire off another Shadow Ball here. We got Roserade. Shadow Ball again comes out. It's going to do big damage because of the special defense drop. Yikes. And he wakes up, and he Swords Dances me. Okay, so Scizor. Okay. Bullet Punch, if he's got no investment, does not KO me. If he's max attack, it is 98 to 116. Let's just Shadow Ball again here. Bullet Punch comes out. How much attack does he have? Oh, yeah. Oh, we live on 1! Yo, that's the second time we live on 1. Roserade coming in clutch. Those EVs, that's what I like to see. Oh my god. Okay, so if he's got max, if he's max attack, max HP, he got like a near min roll. Like I have 143 points of health. He did 142 there. That is the second lowest roll. We got lucky there. Wow, this game is just turning into who can luck who first. All right. I think I'm going to switch and go into Clefairy here. I don't see a reason not to, because I can keep this thing around. It's got 1 HP, yeah, but I can go into it and get a huge piece of damage off on the Sylveon or on the Lapras. Basically, every time the Sylveon comes out, I have a free Sludge Bomb as a U-turns here, which I was expecting anyways. Wow, they did a good chunk. Okay. Let's go Clefairy. I'm expecting a Lapras to come out. We're at 110 and we're at 88. That's 22 points of health. So if I take a look at Dragapult, U-turn. Okay, so a U-turn will do. Okay, so he's physical. If he's adamant, max attack, 22 points of health is the minimum roll. My play here is Thunder Wave. We should eat any hits from this Lapras here. If it goes for GMAX Resonance, again, I think it's modest. Max Geyser does 84 points of health max. So he's got to go for, and it's got to be max Hydro Pump. If he goes for max Surf does a maximum of 78, so we live the max Surf. Okay. So we're going to be able to stall this thing out just a little bit at least, which is nice. As he max geysers me. Does he have the Hydro Pump? Oh, we eat that. We eat that. Yum, 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 yum. The rain is up now, so that is a problem. And we missed the Thunder Wave. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. Shit. I have to sack this thing. I have to. That's so bad. It's just this game. This entire game has just been a big just hacks here, hacks there, hacks, and it's been such a bad. That's so bad. Damn. Resonance comes out. That'll get the KO. Wow. So instead of being able to stall out everything, we can't do that. And maybe that's my fault for going for a Thunder Wave over a soft boiled there, but you can't blame me. Ah. Okay. Okay. Let's think. Let's think about this. Okay. If... I think my players are going to go into Rose right here. This makes it really hard because this thing is definitely going to be bulky. It's already got probably an Assault Vest on it. I'm making the play here. I'm trying to put it to sleep. Do I land 2 out of 3? Yeah. This entire game has just been based on luck. Like I said before, I want to win, but... at the same time, like, I didn't bring my best team, and it's really sucking that this is what it's coming down to, unfortunately. Oh, man. Instead of being able to stall that out, that's so bad. Let me think. He's already used 3 turns of rain. I can go into this, stall out another one. And let's go cast a rollout. Let's just do that. Ah, that's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Roserade and Gigantamax would have still done 24 to 29. I probably should have gone for that. Or sacked off this instead. I don't know. He's behind the Veil now. Should probably put that up. Aurora Veil. And if I go Rotom. I don't want him being Assault Vest. That's the problem. He's at like, what is that, 85%? He's got 201, I got 88. We'll do more damage by doing Pain Split, so I'm going to do that. So we know he's not timid, at least. We do, yeah, so he's at 138 now. It's not bad. And Surf comes down. Surf's going to get the KO on us. Okay. The new plan is to weaken this thing as much as possible. Whoops, sorry about that. Weaken this thing as much as possible and then go into Inteleon and try and win. So my play here is going to be to click King's Shield. Stall the last turn of rain. As it goes for Surf, which we protect. And that should be the last turn. It is. Great. And I think Veil has one more turn up. Okay, if I go Aegislash, so Aegislash Shield, Surf is doing 29 to 35. I'm assuming, let's see, Ironhead does nothing to this thing. Oh my god, it's behind Veil too. Do I know yet if, I don't know if what type of set it is yet. Let's autotomize here. That way we can keep our... Okay, he's faster too. That didn't do too much. Let's see. Did Veil go away? It did, okay. Okay, so there's no more Veil, so I can take that away. We are doing 39 to 47 with Ironhead. And we now have 50 in our defense after this. Surf will do, oops, that's 50 in our special defense. Surf will do 127 points of health max. If I have 116, I have, let's see, it's a 56% chance for him to KO. So I'm going for the Ironhead here. We just got to go for it. Ironhead comes out. Big damage. Surf comes out. Do we survive this hit? Oh, we do. Very nice. So let's go for the Ironhead here. And the Ironhead comes out. And we get rid of the Lapras. Oh, maybe part of me is thinking like I should have let him KO me so I can go into Inteleon and click Focus Energy on it. But that's okay. In comes this thing. I'm gonna go for Sneak, just in case. That's my best play, I think. Big damage. As he goes for Phantom Force. Fine. Again, I think it's like, I think it might be Scarfed. I'll just go for the King's Shield. It doesn't matter. It's gonna go through anyways. That's what Phantom Force does. But just going for King's Shield, maybe, I don't know how it works, but maybe I get the attack drop still. Who knows? But yeah. Yep. Okay. All right, Inteleon against, what is that thing called? I don't know what it's called anymore. Dragapult. So it's physical for sure. Phantom Force. Level 50. Phantom Force. Wow, Adamant Phantom Force. 77 to 91. That's a lot of damage. Alright. I think I'm maxing here. I think I max and I press max guard. I can't think. If I max guard here, if I max darkness here, and he goes for Phantom Force. I think he's Scarf. Oh. I just gotta go for darkness. I have to. If he goes for Phantom Force, he doesn't. He switches out. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Because we get a special attack drop now. A special defense drop, excuse me. We're not going to crit this though, which sucks. We are Dynamaxed. It's going to be on -1. Max Darkness comes out. Wow, that did 0 damage. I think it might be Assault Vest. But it's got a special defense drop now. Let's fire off a Hydro Snipe, see how much it does. Again, hoping we crit with our scope lens. We shall see. This is how people are getting around it now. Does nothing. Holy moly. Let's Hydro Snap again. We know it's not Assault Vest now, at least. We'll see if we get the KO here. He doesn't try the double protect. And we do KO. So down goes Sylveon. Oops, forgot Aegislash is gone as well. Okay, so we are out of turns now for this. My only play here is to go ahead and click the Dark Pulse. If we live, we live. We don't, we don't. Either way, it's a 1-0 against currently an undefeated team. As he goes for Dragon Darts. Do we survive? First hit. It's going to be close. We live on 8. And I think that's the game. So, Inteleon coming in clutch. And we win. Fantastic. With 0 crits from Inteleon, what's up with that? I don't know. I think it might have been better for us if we had gone for the Focus Energy against the... I just was worried about him going for a Phantom Force there. And, I don't know, just messing me up. Or he wasn't going for Phantom Force or whatever. Because if he gone for Dragon Darts there, like, let's say he wasn't Scarf, then I was kind of screwed. But we end up getting the 1-0 win. GG's to Shea. In the battle of Shea versus O'Shea, O'Shea gets the win this time around. I'm very happy about that. Yeah, we got the win. The team put in work. Shout out to Granky. His roster got us the win. I am disappointed that we ended up missing a couple moves. That's why you don't run Thunderwave. That's why you run Nuzzle, I guess. I don't know. But regardless, I'm happy with how this game turned out. We got the win without revealing a crazy amount of insane sets that I would potentially be bringing to a playoff game. But yeah, that's it for this week. If you guys enjoyed this battle, make sure to leave a like on the video. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I'm really excited for what this IBL season is going to be just having in store for us. We got a really, really dope-ass team, and Inteleon now, I think it got 2 kills week 1. I think it got 3 kills week 2, 2 kills week 3. So, like, well, it's got to have, I think, 8 kills, 7 kills, something like that. It's just putting to work. One death as well. That's great. All right, well, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all